This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. We hope everyone is staying warm tonight as temperatures continue to spiral downwards.
Let's get right to a first check of our forecast so we can see what's on deck for the rest of the night.
Thank you so much, Beth and Peter. Our first weather today is brought to you by Goose River Farm Meat Store. A pretty interesting day today. It is extremely cold. It's going to continue to get even colder overnight and then into tomorrow. We do have some wind chill warnings out until 7 p.m. on Saturday. Also, some blizzard warnings in effect until 7 p.m. on Saturday up north, and that's because it's more of a blowing snow. It's not going to be falling snow, more blowing snow with that wind blowing right over the light, fluffy snow we have on the ground. But take a look at these feels like temperatures, folks. It is bitterly cold. 35 degrees below zero. That's how it feels like on our skin right now, just outside the door. Look at Greenville, though, close to 50 below zero. And this is just the start. Overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, it's going to get much colder than that. Right now, we do have some partly to mostly cloudy skies all over the area. Not much going on precipitation-wise in our state. Tonight, same story. It's going to get cold, though. Temperatures will continue to cool off and hovering close to 20 degrees below zero. Beth and Peter?
Just some shocking temperatures there. All right, thanks, Conrad.
Please, everyone, have your fuzzy socks ready to go. My goodness.
Yeah.
Well, if you have to go out and brave these sub-zero temperatures, let's hope your car or truck is ready to go. The folks at Union Street Towing have some quick things to keep in mind before you head out.
Batteries are the big one. The cars, sometimes if they haven't been well maintained and tuned up, they just won't start. They'll try and start, but they just won't.
Well, he says check your tires for cracks as well and have an emergency kit in your car in case you do happen to get stranded for a bit. Of course, getting your car into your mechanic for a tune-up can also help, although it might be a little late for this particular round of wintry weather. And something we frequently hear, as you just did, make sure your battery is in good shape. Be proactive about that. Preventative maintenance is the best advice.
Bangor Police Department, along with members of Bangor's Community Action Team, have been out all week getting the word out about the services that are in place during this cold snap. Sergeant Jason McCambly from Bangor PD says the counselors and patrol officers are ready to pick anyone up and get them to a warm place. They're also partnering with Bangor Humane Society to have a place for pets to keep safe and warm. The message is to call emergency services if you need assistance.
We've been instructed that if you find somebody, here's the resources, and that list has gone out a couple of times with this is who to talk to.
Bangor Police will have people on standby throughout the duration of this deep freeze to make sure anyone that needs assistance gets it.
In other news tonight, 25 pigs were killed in a fire in Vassalboro this morning. Fire crews were called to the scene on Cross Hill Road in Vassalboro just before 4:30. Upon arrival, they encountered a barn fully engulfed in flames. Vassalboro Fire Chief Thompson tells us the fire was contained to that barn. The homeowner was only able to save 4 piglets. The chief says the fire is believed to be accidental, possibly caused by some heat lamps that had been set up for the animals.
A Bangor man was sentenced to 20 years in prison with all but 10 suspended on Friday for a stabbing that took place back in 2020. A.J. Douglas has the story.
On September 16, 2020, my life changed forever. Yep, you heard it right. I somehow managed to stab my ex-wife, Chelsea. It seems like something bad needs to happen before you realize how precious and short life really can be.
Joshua McAuliffe was convicted of elevated aggravated assault and endangering the welfare of a child after stabbing his ex-wife and later grabbing one of his 2 adopted children while being held at gunpoint by officers. Despite the severity of the charges, dozens of McAuliffe's friends, church members, and adult children say he is a changed man.
He's been sober since this happened for two years and 6 months now. He's been going to counseling a year ago. He sees a psychiatrist for medication. By all accounts, he is clean, sober, mentally stable.
The prosecution says the 10-year sentence is justifiable because the victim's injuries could have been fatal if not treated immediately.
I think that the judge took a great deal of time and rendered a sentence that was based on a lot of consideration. The men and women of the Bangor Police Department and the Bangor Fire Department, an ambulance, and certainly Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center did really incredible work here, worked together quickly, and likely saved a life.
Following McAuliffe's 10-year sentence, he will be required to serve 6 years of probation. The defense request for a 2-week stay prior to McAuliffe beginning his sentence was denied. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, the owner of a towing company is facing charges for allegedly towing vehicles illegally. 19-year-old Bruce Lakowski Jr. of Bangor was arrested in Alton Thursday night. Bangor Detective Lieutenant Brent Bollier says the department received several reports of the All Towed Up company in Alton towing vehicles without parking violations or requests from property owners. The victims were forced to pay hefty impound fees to regain possession of their vehicles. Lakowski is charged with theft, and if you think you've been a victim of similar conduct by Lakowski, you are encouraged to contact Officer Nicholas Canar of the Bangor Police Department at 947-7382 or your local police department if it happened outside of Bangor.
2 women are facing charges after police caught them with a large amount of fentanyl in Bangor last night. Maine Drug Enforcement Agency Commander Peter Arno says for the past year, they've been investigating a Massachusetts-based drug trafficking organization responsible for the distribution of record amounts of fentanyl throughout Hancock, Somerset, Piscataquis, and Penobscot counties. A number of undercover purchases were made. Last night, investigators identified a rental vehicle coming from the Lawrence, Massachusetts area that had entered Maine to allegedly distribute more fentanyl. At around 10 p.m., the vehicle was stopped on Union Street in Bangor. 24-year-old Crismelli Guzman and 22-year-old Eri Gailis Polanco Caceres of Lawrence, Massachusetts, were both arrested and charged with aggravated drug trafficking. Arno says a search of the vehicle turned up almost 1.5 pounds of fentanyl that has an estimated street value exceeding $94,000. They also found $5,000 in suspected drug proceeds. Arno says the investigation is ongoing and more arrests are likely.
Meanwhile, in the town of Searsmont, police are still trying to find the suspects who vandalized a Waldo County Wood Bank charity truck. Our Matthew Jurancic has that story.
At the end of January, Waldo County Woodshed President Bob McGregor went to take care of one of his wood trucks and found a shocking surprise.
I came out one Saturday morning and found that the fuel line had been cut between the gas cap and the fuel tank. As I was under the truck, I realized that it wasn't just fuel line, but somebody had drilled a hole in the gas tank and drained all the gas out of it.
McGregor says the thieves stole half a tank of gas and 2 5-gallon gas cans filled with gas. The Maine State Police are investigating this crime and are looking to speak to the owners of this blue pickup truck, which may have information about the incident.
It made me feel a little bit discouraged and a little bit angry and just, we're here trying to help people and then somebody comes along and vandalizes our equipment and steals from us. It's just kind of kick in the teeth kind of thing.
McGregor says the truck was intended to be sold and the money from the sale would be put into the wood bank to buy more logs and anything else needed. As the investigation into this incident continues, McGregor has a message for the vandalizers.
We're here just trying to help people make it through the winter and stay warm, and to come out here and find our equipment vandalized, it's senseless. It makes no sense to me.
In Searsmont, Matthew Jurancic reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The 3rd Battalion, 142nd Aviation of the Maine Army National Guard is set to deploy next week. I spoke to one of the soldiers who will be leaving his family and another career of service behind.
Getting to do something that you always grew up wanting to do is incredibly fulfilling.
Abel Gleason knew he wanted to be a pilot ever since he was a kid. Nowadays, when he's not on deployment with the Maine Army National Guard, he's serving the community he grew up in as a pilot for Life Flight of Maine.
I flew for the airlines for a while, and while it's validating to get to fly at all, it's very validating to get to fly for something that's a greater purpose and actually gives back to the communities that we're all in. I wouldn't leave this job for the world.
But in the coming days, Gleason will leave this job and his family behind for a year as he deploys to U.S. CENTCOMs in the Middle East. As a civilian soldier, deployment is something he stays ready for. But as a husband and father with a son on the way, leaving for duty this time carries extra weight.
There's a stereotype about military guys not being that forthcoming with their feelings. Even if you come from a military family and they know what to expect, I think that's always a gut punch to have to confront that.
Chief Gleason isn't alone. Well over a third of LifeFlight's employees have served, not to mention 100% of helicopter pilots in Bangor are veterans. He says the strong military connection within LifeFlight makes the whole process a little easier.
It truly is a band of brothers and sisters, and the wellspring of support that's come forth mutually from everyone and all of our families as well to support one another while we're gone has been something very touching and reassuring to see.
We certainly thank all of them for their service and the sacrifice they're about to make heading overseas.
Absolutely, and as well as the service that Chief Gleason is doing here at home.
In the state of Maine, yeah.
Yeah, just a great career of service to highlight there.
Alrighty, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll have an update on Plymouth residents who are trying to help an injured goose.
And we'll tell you about a competition for kids in Perry. Those stories and much more after this short break.
Living in Maine, many things stick with you throughout your life. If you're far from home or you're missing those things, then Box of Maine is for you. Shipping nationwide for corporate businesses or individuals, Box of Maine gives everyone their own personal taste of our great state. And a portion of every box we sell goes directly to local nonprofits. Have you visited the gift shop yet? Filled to the brim with everything you find in our boxes, you can pick what you need or even create your own box. Stop by for perfect Maine gifts today at Box of Maine.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best option year-round for all of your home improvement projects. Backed by one of the leading paint manufacturers in the United States, Max will color match or custom mix any color for you. We care about your pets too, carrying all of the essential pet products in our store. During those cold winters, we take the extra step to help with wood pellets ready to load on site. We also fill all size propane cylinders year-round. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community. Let us know how we can help you today.
Create the perfect spaces in your home for 2023 at the Furniture Gallery. Entertain in style this year with a new dining set. Have room for everyone on movie nights with a big sectional with extra seating. Feel more rested with a new mattress from Serta, Restonic, or Nectar from the Furniture Gallery. Kick back and save an extra 10% on our entire recliner selection and save up to 70% off clearance items. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Coastal Auto Parts, Comfort Shoes and more, Gilman Electrical Supply, Huff Power Sports, Kwong Lee Restaurant, and R&K Variety.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Earlier this week, we told you the tale of a town's plan to save an injured bird. Our David Ledford has the latest on what unfortunately turned out to be their wild goose chase.
Despite the bitter wind chill, Plymouth residents flocked together Friday to try and rescue an injured Canadian goose. Known as Lucky Duck, the animal has evaded capture since the summer. But with the dropping temperatures, locals ramped up their efforts using fencing, nets, ropes, and even the fire department to try and bring it in. However, after an hour of attempts, would-be rescuers flew the coop.
He outsmarted us, outran us, he went in between us, he did. He's quite a survivor, so We're hoping and praying that he survives this weekend.
Those in attendance explained why the duck was so difficult to catch.
Oh, by that dam, you're not going to get too close to it by that dam. Nobody's going to get the kayak out there. But we gave it a try anyway. Go from there.
Local resident Steve Dupuis shared his feelings about the day's outcome.
I'm a little disappointed. I thought we really could catch him. You know, it's so cold out. I didn't think he'd have much energy. He hasn't eaten for 2 days. So I really was in hopes that we would catch him.
While some have called it quits after this failed attempt, Dupuis says he hopes to try again next week, with or without the help of others. In Plymouth, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And wishing them the best of luck in their efforts there. Meanwhile, for almost a month now, schools across the state have been competing for the chance to win big prizes. Our Devin Dagnall met with one of the schools to learn more.
Welcome to Perry Elementary School!
For the past few weeks, Perry Elementary School has been participating in Winter Kids, and they're now reaching the finish line.
Winter Kids is a competition between 16 schools in the state, and we get to do different activities, inside, some out, some to do with nutrition, some to do with family involvement.
According to the Winter Kids website, the program and organization are dedicated to increasing outdoor physical activity for kids and their families during the winter months. Schools compete by completing tasks assigned by Winter Kids that range from snowshoeing to smoothie making.
We've put a lot of work and dedication into it.
Each week, schools are given points based on how well they completed the task. Currently, Perry Elementary School is one of 5 schools tied for third place, but they're hoping to break out during this final week.
We're not going to be able to get first, but we'll be able to, if we get the bonus point, we'll be able to tie for second.
According to Perry Elementary School's principal, Penny Johnson, the school isn't in the running for first place. However, the prize for second place could still make a big difference at the school.
It means a lot for the school. We're hoping to get some more outdoor activities available for the students that we haven't been able to do. Maybe take them on a trip someplace to be able to do maybe some skiing or tubing or something like that we don't have the funds in our general budget for.
The winners of the Winter Kids 2023 competition will be decided when all the points are tallied after this week.
Devin Dagnall for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
That is so great.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It seems like Devin was just as enthusiastic as all the kids out there, too.
Yeah, it seems like they were pretty happy to have him around for that.
I think so.
Alrighty, well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll tell you why everyone at Northern Light Health is wearing red today.
And in sports, Hendon Academy boys basketball has won 3 straight games, and they're heating up at the perfect time. We'll have that story right after the break.
Johnny freaking Knox, why you sitting around the camp? Sun is shining, birds are chirping, put down them fiddleheads and let's get over to A&G shooting. They got pistols, rifles, all kinds of boomsticks. They even got some flamethrowers for them brown-tailed moths. While you're at it, flip over them couch cushions and grab yourself some quarters for that wicked cool arcade. They're located right off the highway in Fairfield, right on Redneck Row, right between the truck stop and that big green tractor place. Easy in, easy out, slicker than owl crap through a funnel. So get over to A&G and tell them Bub sent ya.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Branch Pond Computers, Cormier Bus Service, Kelly Joe State Farm Insurance Agent, Shear Attraction Salon, Tilton's Auction, and Whitney Supermarket.
Get the lowest prices of the season on ultra-luxurious stationery and reclining furniture during Flex Deal's Latitude Sale. Feel the comfort and luxury of our Port Royal and Rhapsody leather and fabric sectionals. Or feel the power of our Wicklow and Miller Leather Power Reclining Collection. All made with the heart of steel. The quality and comfort is Flex Deal. Save big today during Flex Deal's Latitude Sale.
Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden, open 7 days a week until 5 p.m.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, depend on the knowledge and experience of Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center will turn your ideas into accurate conceptual drawings, and 3D visualization is available. Your Hammond sales rep will prepare a materials list and cost estimate. And when you buy all of your materials from them, Hammond will refund all of your design fees. Hammond can deliver your order from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner since 1953.
Big trucks rule the road. They're dangerous, and they can cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against me. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Ansley Moore, a realtor since 2013, working throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Happy Friday. It has been a roller coaster of a season for Hamden Academy boys hoops. They've had some tough losses, some big wins, and now they've strung together 3 straight victories. They're looking to make some noise in Class AA. Ryan Sudol has more in this week's Hardwood Spotlight.
We've really come together as a team recently. We've done a great job at bouncing back.
Hamden Academy is hot. Broncos boys basketball has won 3 games in a row after starting the year 5-7.
The key to this run is patience on the offensive end and really swinging the ball around, getting everyone involved, and just taking great looks.
We've been moving the ball amazing, getting great shots, and our discipline on defense has been way more ball pressure, just playing great.
While they aren't at the top of AA North, it's a far cry from last year, where the Broncos finished 2-19, something that definitely led to a spark this year.
I think it brought a lot of energy to this team and a lot of fire, and I think we wanted to have a different season this year than we did last year, and I think everybody took that role.
Roles that had to be taken on by a bunch of youngsters. The Broncos only have 3 seniors on the team, but this core has maturity beyond their years.
They've done a really good job at stepping up for the team. They've been working hard every single day in practice. Us captains have been really leading and making sure we're holding them accountable to be the best they can be.
And the Broncos are seeing ups, but they've had some downs. It's their scrappiness that has given them this surge late in the season.
I think that comes with just the maturity.
Over the past few games, we've shown a lot of toughness that a lot of other teams don't have, and I think just coming into those games with that toughness and composure and just that grit is going to put us aside from everyone else.
If the season ended today, the Broncos would be 5th in AA North. Their seed or that of their opponents come tourney time hardly mean a thing.
We're disciplined. We're not afraid to play anybody. We'll stand up to any task, and we're going to shock some people.
All right, thanks for that, Ryan. We'll have that story, plus a ton of games, scores, and analysis tonight for Friday Night Fast Break. But for right now, that's all the time we have for sports. Here is Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you so much, Tyler. Our main weather today is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives 1 full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks. The nice car and truck people. All right, folks, we made it. Our extremely cold temperatures have finally arrived. Look at this dip in the jet stream. Looks like a swing with those colder temperatures. Nashville, 36 degrees. Feels like nothing compared to what we got going on right now. 9 below here in town, and it's going to continue to cool off. This is just the start. By tomorrow morning, close to 20 below zero. Our wind chills right now are at around 35 below zero. Look at Greenville, close to 50 below zero. This is some dangerous cold, folks. We're less than 5 minutes outside on exposed skin will cause some frostbite. So this is some serious cold, folks, we have not seen in a very, very long time. By tomorrow morning, we're looking at temperatures around 20 below here in town. Rebounding slightly during the day. We'll still be hovering around 0 during the day with a wind chill around 20 below. So tomorrow is that day you just do not want to go outside. Stay indoors and stay warm, folks, as that wind will really make it feel much colder than the actual air temperature outside. Wind gusts today into tonight, and then same thing into the morning hours tomorrow are going to be closer to 35 to even 40 miles an hour in some spots. And then finally, later on tomorrow night, the winds will start to calm down a bit, and we'll just have a light breeze by overnight Saturday. We do have some wind chill warnings out in the area till around 7 p.m. on Saturday. Some blizzard warnings up north. Same story till around 7 p.m. on Saturday. That's more for blowing snow, not snow falling from the sky with all those winds blowing over the light, fluffy snow. But hey, folks, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, of course. We just got to deal with that really bitterly cold temperatures tomorrow. Starting Sunday, though, we really improve. And look at next week. Look at Wednesday and Thursday. 40s will be back. So, yes, much nicer weather and much milder temperatures will finally start to arrive. Not much going on, though. Partly to mostly cloudy skies all across the state today. No snow showing up here. There will be a little bit more snow moving in on Sunday into Sunday night. It doesn't look like we're going to have much accumulations, maybe a trace, maybe an inch or two in some spots. It's not going to be a blockbuster snowstorm event at all. Nothing like that. Tonight, it is going to get bitterly cold, dangerously cold temperatures, folks. Please take this cold serious. 24 below zero. That's going to be our air temperature tonight with the wind out of the northwest at around 30 miles an hour. That means there feels like temperature will be closer to 55 below zero. Can you believe that? We haven't seen cold like this in a very long time. Tomorrow, temperatures hovering close to 0 degrees, mostly sunny skies, and it will continue to be windy, especially early in the day. Our extended forecast outlook does show some snow showers on Sunday. Like I said, not a big event, maybe an inch or two in some spots. We finally clear up on Monday. Look at that rebound in temperatures. We're back in the mid-30s, even some 40s by Wednesday. Beth?
Certainly some potentially dangerous conditions, so folks need to take great care and have those plans that emergency personnel have been talking about.
Absolutely.
Emergency kits, emergency plans.
Yep, and there's so many services out there, warming centers too, so all that information on our website, of course.
Of course. Well, there is still more to come. Stay with us.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? Downy Unstoppable's In-Wash Scent Boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppable's In-Wash Scent Boosters.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Tonight, 50 million Americans on alert for brutal cold, plus the renewed push for police reform. Black lawmakers and President Biden weigh next steps. More Americans turn to the #1 newscast on television, World News Tonight with David Muir.
finally tonight, in a show of community unity, Northern Light Health organizations from Portland to Presque Isle wore red today to help raise awareness about heart disease, particularly among women. This is an annual event to encourage heart-healthy activities and behaviors in the hopes of reducing the risk of heart disease in both men and women. According to the American Heart Association, cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of women, causing 1 in 3 deaths each year. But they say the simple truth is that most cardiovascular diseases can be prevented with education and healthy lifestyle changes.
Always important to keep that in mind. Going back to that story about the goose,
yeah,
though,
I know, we're kind of stuck on it a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Calling it a wild goose chase is just so perfect because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But great
Literally
to see
a wild goose, and they're chasing it down, yeah.
But you love to see the growing community support around it and just people just trying to help out
people
their
caring
neighbors.
enough about this animal, that they don't want to see it freeze to death, which is, unfortunately is a very real possibility with what we're facing, in the next 24 to 48 hours. So, you hope that their next attempt is successful, and you hope that it's in time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And hopefully that being a Canadian goose, it has that durability for these freezing temperatures.
You hope that's part of the outfit there.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for us, folks. From everyone here at ABC 7, take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.
Tonight's Stock Report is brought to you by Triple S Tax Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel. Come stop by for quality clothing and equestrian gear.